You ready?
Yep. That'd be so nice.
Hello, lovely people.
Hello.
Welcome to our first video.
As mummies, he wants to be kept close today.
We are unfortunately recovering from a bit of a bug. All he wants to do is just be right on us.
We'll have cuddles.
Very
We
fair.
don't mind.
All I want is cuddles.
Oh.
I also spent the weekend Claudia cuddled me. We're 5 weeks post cesarean. Claudia's doing remarkably well. Thank you to everyone who has asked how Claudia's doing.
The first 2 weeks to be expected is like healing. You gotta take things slow.
You're the world's worst patient.
Yeah. But like by week 4, I was pretty much like, I feel kind of good now. Obviously, I still was like, I'm still, recovering. I still feel a bit sore around there. Otherwise, okay. And this week, I feel like almost pretty much back to normal.
It's already mowed the lawn.
I know, yeah. I let Jessica do it once, and it ended up looking like a rainbow. Yes.
Someone's going to make a really good joke about this in the comments. I was aiming for straight, but as I kept going, it got gayer and gayer.
In your defence, it was Pride Month as well. You were just feeling too happy about Pride. You were just
I was like, it's Pride Month. We've had our little Pride baby.
Yeah.
The joy, I couldn't stop it. But today, you are joining us for a tour around our nursery.
We've said this to quite a few people, like, oh, we're going to film our nursery tour, and people were like, what, like, so you're going to go visit
He's
a nursery?
already going to a nursery?
And we're like,
I'm like,
no, like, his bedroom.
the room in which he sleeps.
And as we were like, why did you just call it his room? I'm like,
I think this might be a lost in translation.
I thought Americans and English and like, yeah.
Maybe, but so in English we use the word nursery.
He's just got something to say about it as well.
So in English we use the word nursery to mean both the room in which a baby sleeps and also the place where you send a child for childcare. Whatever. This is the room in which our baby sleeps, but doesn't really right now.
Rupert's bedroom.
This is Rupert's bedroom.
He doesn't have a bed. He has a mattress, so that's why, again, it's not his bedroom.
We'll get to that in a minute. Currently he actually sleeps in our room with us.
In a crib, yeah.
It's called a snooze pod. It attaches to our bed where he's going to sleep until he's 6 months old, and then he will come and sleep in this room. But currently we use this room for changing his nappies, nursing, having floor time,
Story time.
Nap time in the daytime.
Playing with the dog.
And we're going to transition him into spending more time asleep in here so that he gets used to it and eventually starts spending all his nighttime. I just want to add in a little disclaimer here, because in all of the content that I've always made, you guys have been so warm and welcoming and inclusive in the comments, and I think it's really lovely that people can share their experiences, and I want to make sure that that is the same way when we're making family kind of videos and parenting stuff as well, because obviously everyone does stuff differently and we all have to do what's right for our family and what works for us, and we definitely have to do things that work slightly differently for our family because of my disabilities and things that just we like personality wise, whether that's the place we live in the world, whether that's because we're two mums.
How we've been brought up and all cultures, cultural
exactly,
influences, all sorts.
So when people are just writing their own experiences down in the comments, or when we're sharing our stuff, just be really mindful that obviously everyone comes from a different place and we all have different experiences, and be kind.
Don't diss our nursery. She's basically trying to say. I have told Jessica that, now that we are mothers and we have a child, she has to expect a lot of unsolicited advice from all sorts of people all over the place, whether that's family, friends, people online.
Strangers on the street. We really like Montessori as a parenting philosophy, and
I mean, I've been sort of having an ongoing thing about Jessie dropping in the M word. She's really stuck on it being like, Montessori, 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 Montessori. And I'm like, I don't have to just like label it all as that. It's just a guidance.
Yeah.
It's more just, we're doing it this way because we like it. And I mean, like, to be honest, it's a nursery at the end of the day, like, there's only so much we can say. It's a changing table.
Oh my god, no, that changing table's amazing.
Alright, let's save it for when we do the tour.
Okay.
Alright, hope you enjoy.
So we're going to start our tour from outside of his nursery, which is this room. This is a lovely box that we were sent by Pandora. Bedding inside it now. And we put these vinyl stickers over, which are actually really gorgeous, from Ginger Monkey. Rupert likes them, as you can tell. We're greeted with this beautiful little cloud, which was given to us by Jamie and Shaba. And here we are in the nursery. Of course, number one most important thing, the feature wall. Absolutely obsessed with this wall. Everyone who comes in thinks it's the most marvellous thing. We'll of course put a link to it. It's actually wallpaper, but it's a mural wallpaper, and we searched everywhere to get the perfect tree. And we wanted something that looked quite lifelike, but also had that kind of romantic childhood.
Yeah, it looks like sort of childhood stories like Winnie the Pooh, obviously Rupert Bear, Beatrix Potter, that kind of vibe.
Yeah. And now, a word from our sponsors. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for curious and creative people. Explore new skills, develop new interests, and get lost in inspiration. We're working on the aesthetics for our baby's nursery. We had a clear favourite course to talk to you about. Style Your Space, Creative Tips and Techniques for Interior Design by Emily Henderson. Emily is one of the most well-known and popular interior stylists on the internet. In fact, there is a good chance the rooms you and I keep pinning on Pinterest are actually styled by Emily. Let's be honest, I've had a Pinterest board for this baby's room for, quite a while, maybe 5 years. Did you know I bought the baby's going home outfit 2.5 years ago? Just really wanted a baby for a while. And now he's here. I mean, he's not here right now, he's not in the room and I miss him. The course even has an episode on how to shop for vintage finds, and you best believe I impatiently jumped to that chapter before I'd even finished watching the previous ones. I mean, you know, watch it your own way. I mean, I thought that I knew all about sourcing vintage finds after furnishing half of our old house with the help of Gumtree, but it turns out that Emily had so many more tips for me, so really, there is so much to learn. Drawing from 20 plus examples of her own designs throughout the class, Emily shares how to find your interior style with an in-class quiz and choose pieces you'll love for a lifetime. Plus, you can connect with your fellow creatives and just enter this community of encouragement, inspiration, communication. It's all there, guys. Too excited, but I'm excited. I'm just excited about everything at the moment, I'll be honest. I mean, I don't even have baby hormones. Do I have baby hormones? I think I've got baby hormones. So sign up today by clicking the top link in my description. And freebie alert, the first 1,000 people who click the link in my description right now, do it, will get a free trial of Skillshare. Now, come friends. We have just been discussing how fantastic Skillshare is, and it genuinely is. It's really great. So click the link in my description. The first 1,000 of you to do so will get a free trial of Skillshare today. And then after that, it's only around $10 a month. I searched the internet to get a lampshade in the shape of a hot air balloon.
And then I found it.
This isn't a lampshade. Well, it's a party decoration. Apparently.
You're going to be flexible with your searching.
It works.
And then we put these really cute little dolls in here.
Yeah, when my brother and I were young, we had matching dolls that my grandmother made us called Polly and Peter. So these have been renamed Polly and Peter. Aren't they the cutest? Coming to the other side of the room. Over here we have Claudia's nursing chair, which is actually an old rocking chair that's from your childhood home, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to put this lovely picture here so that when he is being bapped on the shoulder, he can look over.
And this was actually an anniversary gift from Jessica.
It was on our wood anniversary because it's a picture on wood and there are 2 birds. Anyway, these shelves, are they not the best looking shelves you've ever seen?
Wow, yeah, Jessica was obsessed with these shelves.
I actually got an extra one and put it in our ensuite bathroom upstairs. They're from Pottery Barn Kids. We have a beautiful peace lily.
I'm pretty sure peace lilies are meant to be like his plant of like a June baby's plant.
Yeah, I believe you're thinking of an ox baby.
Which brings us to this guy.
Whoa.
We have this little ox because he's born in the year of the ox.
Yes, we do.
We kind of got a little bit too carried away with soft toys and things, so we've just put out the best ones. Because I was like, I don't want to have too many soft toys.
She has almost a fear of soft toys. People give our baby soft toys and she's like...
It's not a fear, that's a little bit of an overstatement. It's more just I don't want him to feel overwhelmed like I did by the amount of cuddly toys I had. I didn't want to give them away. Every one of them I loved and had a place.
Yeah.
But also that's the thing, they all needed to have a place. So I'd arrange them on my bed in a particular order. I mean, I don't know what quite my classification system was. And I remember when my sister came into my room and jumped on my bed, I'd be like, no! And it would bring me a lot of anxiety.
You do get very upset if things aren't in order.
He can see what he has. It's not shoved in a box somewhere. Anyway, back to the talk.
This is, of course, the R from the Beatrix Potter collection. And this is his broken bear, which was custom made just for him and is currently the same size as him.
Yeah.
And then this is his rattle, which he was having a lot of fun exploring yesterday. But he can't see the bell, so he was a bit confused. So I think I'm going to get him another rattle where he can actually see the bell.
He is also only 5 weeks old, darling.
Yeah, whatever.
Jessica keeps going, he's a genius, our child, he's a genius. I'm like, okay. I think every mother says that about their child, but...
I do. Everything he does, I'm like, it's a genius. He looked at me when I spoke to him. Genius. Gorgeous mobile made by Dodo Mobiles. The changing table. Can I talk about the changing table now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, then.
So,
although I should just say, my arms already hurt from holding this camera, so keep it brief.
So okay, fine. So I love this changing table so much. I really wanted it for an incredibly long time, probably even before we conceived this child. It was like on my Pinterest board of changing tables that I want, because you can't get a lot of really nice looking changing tables. So many of them are horrendously ugly. This is also from Pottery Barn Kids. But I got this particular one from John Lewis.
I feel like I need to get some artistic
Yeah,
shots.
get some artistic shots.
Do justice.
Get those close-ups.
Justice
Do it.
to this masterpiece.
I kept the tab open and I just refreshed it every day until it went on
and
sale.
And then Jessie told me every day, like, I really love this table.
I've got to get it.
I'm like, I know, darling.
I've got to get it. And I waited, and then eventually it went on sale. And I got it for £400 cheaper.
We should say it was a bit ridiculously expensive.
I mean, it was ridiculously expensive either way.
But
still.
It is usable because you can take the top off.
It comes off.
And then it's just a lovely piece of furniture.
Yes, and I'm just going to keep it forever.
That's how she justified it to me.
And there are matching bedside table set and bookcase and bed. And I may have bought the single bed.
Yeah, she bought the single bed for our child who's 5 weeks old. But anyway.
So on the table here we have a changing mat, which is actually from Amazon and is super cheap. And then a beautiful changing mat cover, which is from LED Details, you see, because why get a really expensive changing mat when you could just get a cheap changing mat and then a beautiful changing mat cover. So in this drawer we have our tiny muslin squares, which we use for changing situations.
We use these for everything.
In here we have
sleep suits, baby grows, whatever.
I don't know what you call them.
We don't know what we call
Everyone
them.
has different names for them. I think we've gone, yeah, wow, there's a colour theme here. Unintentional.
Oh my god, yeah, it looks so blue and white.
Oh gosh.
That was not our intention. We just really love blue stuff.
Oh my god, even if we had a girl though, this is still the same.
A lot of newborn baby stuff, we've realised, is like just
blue.
Is blue, white or pink.
Have you noticed though, if you
Actually, it's not even pink.
If you click unisex, you still get blue clothing, but you don't get pink.
No, and if you click girl, it just gives you like little dresses and frilly stuff.
Yeah. Nappies. These are nappies made out of bamboo.
Yeah.
They're like a halfway between a disposable nappy and a reusable nappy, I would say. I highly recommend. Absolutely obsessed with them. They're by Mama Bamboo. The nappies are called Bamboo. He loves them and we
They're really soft and comfy. They don't have a smell. They're like really absorbent.
Yeah, we only learnt the other day that apparently disposable nappies smell.
Yeah, I think and then we tried some on him that we got free, and they were really plasticky and they stuck to him, and it was a really hot day and he was so his bum was so wet and sticky. This one's like, these are great.
Yeah, they are absolutely wonderful. Also, did you know regular disposable nappies take 500 years to decompose? But these, within 6 months, the majority of them has decomposed. So all you have to do is put them within our bin, which is a wonderful cordable nappy bin. Again, cannot speak highly enough of this. I should probably just do a video where I talk about like really useful things and not just go into depth within this video. But anyway, this is a really great bin, but it has a decompostable nappy liner thing in it, and then we just put the nappy in there and then anyway, it's great. As you'll note, as we go around the room, we've gone for a bit of a woodland theme, and we have these beautiful little decals, which are from Ginger Monkey, which we talked about And yeah, aren't they gorgeous?
And I really like the really tiny ones, like this acorn that's just like hiding
Yeah,
next
she does.
to the... And then we got like an owl up here. In my own mind, I was like, because we'll like close the door and be like, night night. Owl says it's night time. and then over here on this side, we've got a little bird, and we'll open the curtain and be like, tweet tweet, it's morning. Okay.
We'll see how that actually works when he's sleeping in this room.
You'd be like, I do not care about those birds.
Speaking of which, let's get to sleeping.
Okay.
So currently, if he does sleep in this room, it's just for supervised naps. So this is his floor bed, which if you haven't seen one of these before, yes, it is just a mattress on the floor. And what it means is that it gives him just the freedom and independence to be safely asleep on here. And then when he wakes up, he can move himself around the room. And by the time he's in this room, he'll have completely baby-proofed absolutely everything, moved out anything that's in any way gonna like get a little bit dangerous for little baby fingers. He will be able to just entertain himself a bit and then just roll right back on there and go to sleep. This is his little book area, many of which were very kindly sent to us by lots of you guys. Thank you very much. From his little Amazon wish list, which was very, very sweet, and he absolutely is really enjoying the Baby Loves series. Many people were like, seems a bit advanced for your 4-week-old Jessica. Well, he's 5-week-old now.
Gotta start them young.
Yeah. So he has lots of fun, and he does lots of staring. There's lots of like, he makes lots of faces. To start with, he didn't cry very much. He just made a lot of facial expressions and used his eyebrows. Like if he was unhappy, he was just like...
And then you can probably hear him snoring in the background as well.
Okay.
Jessica can't move her eyebrows because 1, they're not real eyebrows, and 2, she has Botox in her forehead.
I have Botox in my forehead, my jaw, my temples. Jessica will do anything to stop her migraines. Other things he stares at includes Agnes, who, I also love, but I'm gonna make him love. So this is his Montessori movement area. So he lies here. I'm not gonna get under there because I've done that before with him, and I smash things over. Stares at his Minari mobile, also an M, which I handmade. It took me a while, possibly longer than it should have done.
Very impressive.
It's actually really hard to balance a mobile by yourself, and Claudia messes it up still.
I'm sorry.
Like once a day, she's like, I messed your mobile up, come fix it. The bracket's going to be moved.
Yeah, we'll fix one in the wall.
Yeah, we had some trouble getting this mirror actually into this wall.
I did it, I managed.
You did so well, darling.
With a little bit of
you
help,
did so well. You're amazing.
I had to get like wall plugs and mirror screws, all these things I'd never come across. I learned so much. It was like more stuff for me to research on YouTube. It was great.
It's all black and white because that really interests him visually right now, because contrast is very important to his development. Yeah, we just have a lot of fun in this area. It's also, we practice some sign language, we do some sign songs. Yeah, we just spend a lot of nice time here. One of the really nice things about the way that we set up the nursery and having everything on the floor is that for me, bending over is really difficult and I'm quite weak. Having everything on the floor means that I can just be on the floor with him. It's a really quite an accessible way to have a nursery. Now, somewhere that is very special and dear to my heart. We talked about having a lot of stuff but not having a lot of stuff out, and that means that we need to keep our lots of stuff somewhere. So, I bring you the cupboard. So this section of the cupboard is Rupert's wardrobe, things that he can either fit into right now or will be able to fit into within the next 3 months. And I keep this constantly updated, judging by his size right now. And this is actually...
A lot of them are mine.
This is Claudia's cardigan.
Yeah.
We have a beautiful photo of her in it that I'm going to recreate with him when he's the same age. I can't wait. And quite a few of these are also from our nephews. And here we have his little onesies. Claudia's not allowed to fold them.
I'm not, yeah, she's very particular about this. She comes in here periodically.
You can tell the ones Claudia folded. And then down here we have bottoms. And then in here we have accessories, like bonnets and bibs. And then in here we have some blankets.
And then obviously we've got really cute
Obviously
shoes.
Tiny shoes.
I mean, he can't wear them yet, but we have them at the ready.
Here are all the, yes, we're waiting for that warm weather.
Yes.
It being summer.
It's been very grey and miserable.
Goodness sake. Here are the next level of clothes for him. This is the 3 months to 6 months worth of clothing. And also any kind of toys that are developmentally appropriate for that age and stage.
They also go in there.
That also goes in there.
We are not leaving this house
Yeah.
for 2 years.
And then over here we have extras, because obviously you should, buy in bulk, it's cheaper. And then, and this is...
Oh, my friend sent us this. It's like his own little Tilly.
Look, oh my,
So
it's the cutest thing you've ever seen.
Sorry about his snoring. Just general noises. People told us having a newborn in your room at night is like having a farm animal. But I can see what they mean, yeah. Bit rude, but yeah.
You're nosy, but we love you.
Yeah.
So that's our nursery. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Thank you so much for watching, and we shall see you next time.
Yeah, I think this little guy's probably gonna be wanting some food soon, so.
Always.
Yeah.
That's all he does.
Eat, sleep, repeat.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mwah. And thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Remember that the first 1,000 of you to do so will get a free trial of Skillshare. And after that, it's only around $10 a month. And with that, you can start exploring your creativity today.